Yeah, and then I said, but it's my Barbie, so why would I give it to you? Yeah, needless to say, that date did not end well. Anyway, yeah, cheers, man. How's it, guys? Welcome back. This will be episode 3 of the show that you didn't know that you needed, and the show that nobody actually asked me to do. Let's get straight into it. What the fuck was that Gameweek? Alrighty, tighty, lads, let's get into it. You know where you're at. The men who stare at GOTZE League. Gonna try rattle through these a little bit quicker. Okay, the men who stare at GOTZE. Gonna change it up. Actually, this time we're gonna go from number 1 all the way down to stone dead fucking last, and we know who that is. We just know already. Okay, let's go. First place, Salamander, Greg Smith, 49 points. Let me just click on him here. 49 points, the average was 48, so one above it. That's pretty good. It was a tough week for a lot of us. I should probably start off with that. Very, very tough week. A lot of people struggled. I actually think we did kind of all right considering what's going on. Anyone that got close to 50 points actually was in the top half, I think, considering what happened. McCarthy and goal, good. Lucas Digne, dying, whatever. Bad call there. I don't know what you want to say about that. Ayling, good. Trent, Bunham. I don't give a shit about him anymore. Seriously, he needs to go. Ayling, Salah didn't pull through with the captain's pick, but it was a toss-up. You never really know. Zaha, I know Greg brought him in for this game week. Very good pick. Son, still cleaning it up a bit. Tottenham struggled to score, but they got there in the end. Kane still pulling through for us. It was just, okay, he had 6 points on the bench, 3 points was ASM. Bit tough to take, considering he would never have put Justin on for Dine, so didn't you? Anyway, not too bad, Gregory. Not too bad. We move on to second. Myself, holding off in second place now. I'm feeling quite comfortable here. Hopefully I can stay here for as long as possible with the intention of moving up. Got to stay positive. 53 points for me. McCarthy in goal. 6 points. Trent, seriously not happy with him, but it is what it is. Kilman, fine. Mitchell, fine. Justin, good. Salah, fine. ASM, good. Son, pretty happy with that. Kind of wish I captained him, but I never would have. I mean, if you look, I got Sterling and Salah. Who are you going to pick? Like, seriously, you're not going to go for Son there. Ings, loving it, mates. Just keeps ticking over for me, genuinely. Set him, forget him. He's on it. Just really, really good. And then Romeo got 3 on the bench, but he's just a bench player for me. All in all, good game week from my side. I was pretty happy with it. Okay, Stranger Mings, manager Bryce Baker, 54 points. Took a 4-point hit as well. Interesting. I wonder who that was for. I don't actually know. McCarthy and goal. Top 3 have all got McCarthy and goal. Seems pretty consistent. Cresswell, not too sure about that one. His stats are good, but his shooting's terrible. Size, good. Still overpriced. Trent, fine. Grealish, hold on to him. He's going to come through eventually. Salah, Fernandez, ASM, Kane, good captain's pick. Better than the rest of us, I guess. Bamford. That's where he got all of his points. Seriously, without Bamford, Bryce is looking at probably dropping a couple places this week. Seriously, Bamford pulled it out of his arse. Saved them a lot. Looking at that bench, though, I feel quite sad for him. Because he's left some points on that bench. My word. Holy crap, that's got to suck, eh? You move on, eh? Let's go, number 4. I don't know if I'm going way too fast here, but we'll see. FIFA Foden, manager is Matthew Sage. 62 points. Highest scoring of the game week with a 4-point hit. Like I said, I think when I started this, I think episode 1, I said, went through Matthew's team, trying to slate it, realizing, holy shit, this guy's got a decent team. Like, he could pull numbers, and he's been doing, I think he's been almost a top scorer for the last 3 weeks, if it wasn't for me and Adam. Martinez in goal, it's fine. Lamptey, Sice, Justin, good calls there. He started Rodriguez. That's good. He's running the Zaha train. He's got Son on. He's got Ings on. Bruno is actually probably his only weak link there. I still don't think it's time to have United players in. I'm curious. I don't know. City players as well. I don't know whether to have. I bring Sterling in hoping he'll do something for me, and it's nothing. But they did reasonably well yesterday, last night in the Champions League. So I don't know. We see. Ings as well, bring in some points for him. James on the bench. That one's got to hurt. I don't know what's going on with James, bro. He's pulling in points, but he's starting. Is he starting? I don't know, because everyone was worried about him getting a spot with Azpilicueta, but I don't know. All in all, very, very good week from Matthew. He actually had 6 points on the bench with McCarthy, so it could have been even better for him. Solid looking team there. We need to watch out for him. Werner server, Mr. Ivan Duran. 52 points. Not a bad week from Ivan, actually, considering. I don't know, considering what. Robertson, okay. I was going to bring him in, so I'm glad he actually got the same points as Trent, or blanked, I don't know. Marcel, Zaha, very, very weak midfield there. He's prioritizing strike force, which is a bit interesting. But, let him do what he wants to do. It's wrong, but he can still try. Like, no one's going to stop him. He's still holding on to that Werner card. Still don't know what to say about Werner. Good game, bad game. It is what it is. James on the bench, that's got to hurt. Jorginho, he's also way too loyal to Chelsea. Got to drop them loyalties, Ivan. Okay, not too bad. We move on to the bottom half of the table. This has got a sting. Liam Anderson, and yes, I will actually look at his team because I want to see how he did so shit. 38 points. Fucking dog shit, Liam. Dog shit, mate. Look at this. Martinez. Trent. Yeah. Denny, Lamptey. Cheers, mate. You got some solid points in the back there. Fernandez. No. Podence. No. Salah. Shit captain's pick. That's alright. We all did it. Son. Calvert-Lewin, Ings, Mitrovic. Looking at that team, I'm actually curious as to how you managed to do so shit. I don't understand. Did you leave points on the bench? Yes, you did. Why are you playing Lamptey ahead of Justin? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have looked at this team. I've just wasted a bunch of time for people. Sterling Silva, Adam Edwards climbing up ever so slightly. He's had 2 or 3 very good game weeks now. Like I said, it's a pity for him. His start was dreadful, so he's having to make up for a lot of lost time. But a very, very good game week. Second highest scoring, I think. Just behind Matthew, McCarthy, Trent, Lamptey, Doherty. Pretty solid. Zaha as well, so maybe him and Matthew are in a bit of cahoots there. Foden, he's putting faith in him. The kid's brilliant. It pains me to say it. He is pretty solid, though. He's good to watch. He can just walk onto the field and score goals. It's kind of insane. It's insane. Kane, good captain's pick. Let me use my words properly. I'm going to try. Ings, Kane, good. A lot of points in the strike force there. Not a lot of points left on the bench. 5. Again, playing Walker Peters ahead of Lamptey is a bit interesting. The Brighton defense it ain't looking too good to me at the moment. We move on. Ben Davies is boring. The shittest name drops another position. And I'll find another thing to tune you about, Schonenberg. Just give my brain a bit of time. But it's still a shit name. Triple captain. That's another thing to talk shit about. How are you triple captaining on this game week? Who did you triple captain? Please tell me. It was Kane. So actually... Jesus Christ. Maybe I shouldn't look at this team. Yeah. It's pretty standard, I guess. Cody, most boring FPL player. I say it every time. Conser, you're just taking a risk with him. Son, good. Hummers, fine. Costa, actually, that's probably one of your better picks, surprisingly. Calvert-Lewin, he can't do it all the time. Shit, you left Bamford on the bench. That's gotta suck, bro. I would have put Bamford in for McGinn any day of the week, bro. Jesus. That one's really got a sting, eh? That one's got to hit you right in the big pectoral muscle, Mr. Schonenberg. The Wizard of Ozil. Almost no point in looking at this team because I guarantee you Brad has not looked at this. I don't even think he watches the videos, so I can say whatever I want, really. 38 points. It's actually not that bad when I scroll down to last place. He had James, Justin. It's not bad considering if he was playing the game, he would have dropped all this Chelsea shit and he would have had some better points, but yeah, that is what it is. Now we move on to stone dead fucking last, 10th place, 10th out of 10, last of everyone. One of the biggest football fans that we actually got. He's actually the most English out of all of us here. Look where the fuck he is. Obi-Wan Iwobi, Conor McGilly got 29 points. Mate, I said it last week, you might as well flip and quit your career, do whatever. This week's... Yes, bro. I mean... Jeez, you'd have to try to do worse than this. You'd have to try. Greenwood. Why is he sticking with Greenwood? I don't know. Gabriel Consolamti. No. No. Kane, Calvert-Lewin, Mitrovic. Okay. He's got De Bruyne on the bench, so he must have held on to De Bruyne through the injury. He's left actually quite a few points on the bench there, but it would not have helped him. He was still being stone dead. Freaking lost. Let me just do a quick recap of the table there. I've pulled a little bit of that gap that I was speaking about. 7 points clear. Still not as much as I'd like. There's a nice little mid-table battle going on there. 4 boys within a reasonable amount of each other. And then the bottom, there's a bit of a gap to the bottom too. All in all, it was a really hard game week. You either hit and miss this one. This is the true representation of a hit or miss game week. So it is what it is. I keep saying that now, and it's a problem. All right, quickly, just paused ting there. Manager of the week goes to Matthew Sage. Congratulations. We move on. Let me find the head-to-head. Head-to-head was very interesting. I hate clicking on this because I have to say Klopsy Rec Cock every time, and I feel like I'm going to get tagged by some bloody bastard looking at me through the webcam. This is the current table. Adam pulls up. He's done really well, actually. He's come up all the way. He's won 4 out of 5, I think it is now. Or more than that. I'm not too sure. Out of 6. Very, very good, actually. Ivan's there. Just too many draws for him. He's like United in the last couple of years. Ha! Football banter! We got Greg sitting there. Yeah, so it's pretty close at the top. I'm moving up as well. I'm enjoying this. Still the 3 losses, which is a bit of a pain in the ass because they were very close games. But yeah, we move, and then unsurprisingly, Connor is dead last. But we'll get into that. Game week 6, we had Matthew Sage go up against Bryce Baker. I'm actually almost certain that all of my predictions from last week were 100% correct. I'm almost certain, which is pretty dope. Matthew Sage going against Bryce. Like I said, Matthew's team was strong. That's why he took that one. I wouldn't say he got lucky. He did extremely well. Even with the 4-point hit, he still finishes 8 points clear of Bryce's team. Schonenberg losing out to Adam. I'm pretty sure I predicted that one as well. Adam's team also looking pretty solid. It's a bit of a hit or miss team, so he might need to look into making 1 or 2 more solid signings. But very good from Adam. Schonenberg just had a terrible week. 17 points with Bamford on the bench. He might live to regret that come the end of this season. Obi-Wan Iwobi. Connor, I genuinely made a joke saying that you could probably beat Brad. And you still didn't. And it wasn't like you were close. You got your ass absolutely handed to you, mate. You gotta sort this out, Connor. It's not good enough, mate. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Okay? Sort it out. Use the old noggin, mate. Greg Smith versus my team, Severe Depression. Needless to say, it was a nail-biting week for us. We were watching it quite closely. Greg was in my DMs. Absolutely putting me off my game a bit, getting in my head. I feel like he is playing the mental game. To a lot of people, we need to catch him out, actually. He's playing his gypsy mind tricks. But yeah, I think it was. I don't know who pulled out for me. Oh, frick, that's a weird sentence. I can't remember now, but yeah, he needed Lamptey to get points in the final 2 games of the week, and Lamptey didn't pull through. So yeah, I clutched that one out. I was happy to beat the league leader. Just a bit of 1 and 2 having a little battle. That was a big game week, I guess. 1 and 2. No one wants to talk about it on the Minister at GOTZE Twitter, but anyway. Then we had Ivan Durant, Werner Server versus Liam Anderson. Morning Greenwood. Liam Anderson just had a shit week. It's not looking good for him. I've got his number right now. He is in my back pocket. I might even put him in the front pocket if I have enough time. Well done, Ivan. It was a good win for you. Still looking pretty strong in the head-to-head. I don't know which one we're going to take more seriously or not, but obviously the league is the most important thing. But yeah, it was a good week. Now, we go on to the fixtures for Game Week 7. I'm interested to see who's going up against who. Okay. Interesting. We have my team versus Matthew Sage's FIFA Foden. That's not who I actually wanted to see coming up against. I got to say, I have made a transfer, and I'm not proud of it. I did it in the early hours of the morning, and I don't know why I did it, and I've kind of screwed the pooch a bit. So if I get lucky, I get lucky, but we'll see. I have to give a prediction on that, and unfortunately, even though, Mr. Therapist says be positive, I think Matthew might have that one. He's just been pulling numbers lately. Like, I've been pulling numbers and thinking that's great, and then he just does more. So it's like, no, I think it could be close, but Matthew might put me there. I think it's going to be another close one. The Wizard of Ozil, Bradley Jordan versus Morning Greenwood, Liam Anderson's team. Brad's winning that. Sterling Silva, Adam Edwards versus Werner Server, Ivan Duran. I think Adam's got that one. If Ivan drops the whole Chelsea loyalty thing, he might actually find points elsewhere. I think it might come to him. The Chelsea loyalty thing might come to him. But I don't know when. That's the whole thing. So you can't hold on just hoping. But yeah, I think Adam's got a chance to pip that one. He's doing very well. We have Stranger Mings, Bryce Baker versus Salamander, Greg Smythe. See, that's a tough one because Bryce has been scoring pretty highly. This game week was just not the best for him, but it wasn't the best for a lot of people, like I've said multiple times. So that one's going to be close. I think I might go against the grain here and say Bryce could pip him there. I think Bryce could just sneak in a win there. Maybe. And then last but not least, Ben Davies is boring. Schonenberg versus Obi-Wan Iwobi's Connie McGilligot's team. Schonenberg, you've won that, mate. If you don't win that, delete your Twitter, delete your account. Okay, that's a bit extreme. But you've won that. I think so, yeah. Okay. Well, that has been it for this week's episode of the show. I'm not going to repeat the name because it's a pain in the ass. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you for episode 4. Peace out, fucktards.